Sorry. Long enough to. Ooh! Sorry. There's a lot of messages. Oh! Just take a moment of silence. Make sure all notifications are off. Okay. Long time no see, everyone. I think it's. I feel like it's been over a month, maybe. But it's August 19th. 20th. August 20th. And, yeah, I was gonna wait to make this specific video when I was like in my robe, sipping on tea, like aesthetically looking pleasing. But I feel like once something's on your heart to speak, you should speak about it. So I'm gonna quickly make episode 2. This is another like sit down type thing. I can't wait to actually be doing something and actually like take you guys along with me. I think that's gonna be really fun. But yeah, so lately, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna update you with guys my life. I've like, since the last time you saw me, I feel like I've been doing, I don't know, I have to go back and watch that video. I don't know what I was doing during that time, but so I'm currently on like, I requested a week off for my job because I've been working like every single day, and I just wanted 1 week to like kind of like I don't know, not recuperate, but like redo everything. I honestly say I felt like I haven't been as productive as I hoped to be. It was a lot of sleeping, but it was a lot of sleep that I missed out on that I'm catching up on. But I deep cleaned my room, which was a very big thing for me because I feel like going to work and then coming back to a room that wasn't so put together kind of just messed with my mental. But it's more clean now, it's more put together, it's more organized, and it's not as overstimulating. And I feel like I just kind of prepared myself for going back into work. But yeah, we're almost in September. I'm very, very excited about the Burr months, you know, the cozy sweaters and just the vibe that comes with, you know, September, October, November, December. And I'm very excited for the plans and goals that I really have for my family, and I'm very excited to hopefully be spending it in my own room, maybe a new house. We're praying on that. And yeah, I was doing a no sugar challenge this entire month of August. It was gonna be for the month of August, but you know, today me and Prince we just agreed to kind of like have sugar. We really want to try that frappe from McDonald's, and honestly, guys, I can say for the first time in my life, I'm not disappointed that I didn't complete a challenge that I had set for myself. Although we only had a week left until the challenge is over, which I know you're like, oh my gosh, it's so close, so there, which is true, and it is. But like, I just really so badly wanted coffee that wasn't sugar free, and I had it. But like, for the first time, I'm not like I'm not feeling guilty about breaking something. I'm proud of myself for that 3 weeks and a half that I didn't have any sugar, that I was disciplined enough to like not eat any sugar, you know? So I'm proud about that, because every other time that I've said, oh, no sugar, I'd last like 2 days. And that's like progress. And I've done that so many times that now I was able to do 3.5 weeks. And who knows, maybe the next time I'd be able to do an entire month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm not going sugar crazy. I'm not like eating sugar every single day, but like, you know, if I want something sweet, I'm gonna have it. But yeah, very, very proud of myself for how long and how far I've came. And this just like, and how I feel and how I looked physically, I felt like really good. I feel really beautiful as well. Not that like I was ugly before, but you know, I feel like more reset from not eating sugar. So I think I'm gonna really try to like balance everything out, because I feel like I was just consuming so much of it. But yeah, anyway, enough about me. The message of today is like faith. I love God, and that's kind of sometimes controversial to say, because our actions and the way we speak and the way we, you know, speak about ourselves and hold ourselves sometimes don't reflect the love that we have for God. And that's crazy, right? Because like you could be like, I really love the color black, but like all people ever see you in is pink, purple, green, yellow, all these bright colors. And it's like, how do you say you love black, but you're like, you don't even show that you love black? And it's like, not, and God doesn't really necessarily want us to be like, show me that you love me, but I'll be like, I love God every day, waking up and being like, I love God. God is that, like, yeah. But I also feel like, with that being said, our actions have to prove how you love God. And I think that a lot of times people come to know God and on their different paths. And I'm fortunate enough to have like, I grew up kind of in a Christian household, but I didn't really like have a relationship with God until like, I feel like COVID. And I feel like since then it's only gotten a lot stronger. But like, and a lot of people would say like they came to God because of like a certain thing they went through. But personally, I think the reason why I love God so much and trust him is not because of how he can bless my life or how he could, you know, make things happen. Not necessarily like I don't want him to do all those things, because who doesn't want a good life? Like, come on, I want to, you know. But like necessarily that's not why I'm choosing to follow God, because of like, oh yeah, if I follow God, then he's gonna give me a big house and 3 cars and all these things that I want. No, I love God because of the person he makes me want to be, if that makes sense. Like, he makes me want to just give so much of myself to the world. He makes me want to treat everyone with so much love and so much kindness. Like, he makes me want to make it feel like if God was right here and I just want to give you a hug. Like, I want, when people see me, I want them to feel the presence of God and the love of God. And I want it to feel warm and fuzzy and so much, like, it's so loving that they're like, whoa, this is like almost supernatural, you know? And it's like, no, it's not just, it's not me. It's like the Lord. He's working through me for you guys, you know what I'm saying? And he just pushes me to want to be a better person. He pushes me to like want to make sure that everyone's okay and like is having a good time and is feeling well and like not feeling alone. And I think that's why I follow God. I follow God because of the person he wants, like pushes me to want to be, you know? And I think that it's so important. And it's also important to realize that I'm not the Lord. Okay. I'm human. I'm gonna have my I'm gonna have my days, despite how many little days that I want to have. I am gonna have those days because at the end of the day, I'm a girl. I'm a human being who have hormones, who gets irritated, who gets angry. But I think that now in my point in my journey that I'm like realizing that those bad days do not erase all of the great days and all the great things and great memories that I've shared with strangers. It doesn't erase any of that. That just because I had this one moment where I wasn't my best self, that doesn't mean that I'm a terrible person. Because it's like, just as like I don't know. It's not like, it's like a balance, you know? Like, not every good thing is gonna take away from like all the moments you had, but like the positive always outweighs the negative. Like, always. There's no question about that. You know what I'm saying? So you could really have a bad day and you could really pop off at everyone, but it's like, you're like, okay, this one day I wasn't my best self, but think about every other day of the week where I was giving all of myself to other people and being loving and being kind. And I think it's really important to also recognize like, hey, I had a bad day, but I'm also trying my best. I'm human. And also giving back to yourself, because in able to give yourself to other people, you have to like love yourself. You have to give to yourself so much. Like, let you fill your own cup so much that it overflows, and that excess of you can go to others. Because if you're giving all of you to other people and your cup is empty for yourself, there's absolutely no way you're gonna ever be happy doing that. And I think also protecting your energy. Now, I'm a little working on this a little bit, but when you're giving yourself to everyone, that does not mean you get to push aside how you feel for other people's gain, okay? If something's making you uncomfortable, someone's not making you feel well or loved or cared for, you don't have to necessarily be like, well, I want to make sure that they're comfortable and okay, so I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm just going to ignore how they're making me feel and just go on. No. Being kind and loving to others is like, hey, you're not making me feel well and loved and cared for, but I love you and I want to see you do well. But personally, I'm just gonna take a step back from this because I don't feel that what I'm giving you is being reciprocated. When you have like a mentality of like, oh, I want people to be happy, you got to think that just because you want people to be happy does not mean you have to welcome disrespect or welcome people making you feel not like yourself. That's not the way it's supposed to work. You love everyone despite how they treat you, right? And then the people who are meant to be in your circle will come and find you because whatever's for you will never pass you. Like whatever's for, I actually seen this quote the other day, but whatever's for you will cross the entire world until it gets to you, because that's meant for you. And God, yeah, the big guy, he would never ever let that what's for you pass you. And sometimes you may look at others and be like, wow, I not to necessarily want what they have, but like the freedom they get to have, I want that, you know. But you don't have to sit here and be like, gosh dang it, they have it and I don't. I'm so angry. Be like, you know what, they have freedom, and I'm gonna have freedom too. It's just gonna be in the way God intended me to have it, not necessarily have to go down the same path that they went through. Not saying that if you do, that's a bad thing, but if you don't, that's also okay. Because God, when writing our story, he just had a different play-by-play for everyone. You know, he's an author. He had a different section for everyone, and you're supposed to fulfill that. So don't ever feel like you're behind. I am almost 20 years old, and most of my, you know, classmates that I've graduated with are starting their second year in college, and I'm still here at home working, trying to find a path. And a lot of times I could feel like maybe I should have gone to college, maybe I should have done what they're doing. But at the end of the day, I know that if I was meant to go to college, I would have felt a pulling on my heart to do so, and I didn't. I felt a pulling on my heart to work as hard as I can and to make a way for myself to get to where I want to be, and that's also okay. And I think also leaning on the Lord has given me so much strength. I used to think that faith was like positive thinking, like, okay, have faith in this. No, I confuse that with optimism. And I'm a very optimistic person. Trust me. I will always look on the bright. You can ask actually some of my old teammates. They would be like, oh, well, you know, you're so optimistic. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Even when it's not believable, like, I am. But I used to think that faith and optimism were the same thing. And actually, they're actually really not. They're very different things. So optimism is always having that hopeful, maybe it could happen type thing. And you know?
Like,
and then faith is believing even when you don't 100% believe yourself. Sorry, my brother came in, interruption. So, faith. Like, faith is like, you know what? I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to make this through. I don't know how this is going to happen. But you know what? I trust God with it. I trust that, you know, that it's all going to work out for itself. Even when I'm like, bro, look, I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to make, like, you know, like, you just don't have the most belief in, like, oh, the positive outcome. But trusting that maybe something would allow it to happen. Whatever you choose to believe in, obviously. But I choose to believe in the Lord. So sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to have, like, all these things that I want happen for me. I don't even know how I'm supposed to start doing this and start making a name for myself and start, like, I don't know, and doing all these things. And it's like, but I'm going to trust God anyway. I'm going to trust that even if I can't see the clear picture, that I trust that he's writing out my story, and it's lovely and it's really fun, and sometimes it's going to happen in the most unexpected ways, and it's going to be so fulfilling, and it's going to be better than what we could ever imagine. And not necessarily saying that you have to believe in the Lord. That's just what I choose to believe in. But if you just have this strong faith in something positive, something like that's just feeding your brain with so much love and positivity, there's absolutely no way that it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what situation anyone might go through right now, or what anyone is feeling, or how, I don't know. Whatever you're going through, maybe a dark time in your life, or maybe a happy time in your life. Either or, believe, trust, have faith, think of the positive side, and, you know, just don't forget about you, because you can't be the sunshine for people if you can't be the sunshine for yourself. And I have to learn that every single day of my life, that I wake up and take a breath, which is such a beautiful, amazing thing. I have to wake up and realize that if I can't do that for myself, then I can't do it for other people. If I can't speak positive to myself, I can't mean it for other people. If I can't take care of my physical body and take care of my spiritual body, then I can't do that for anyone else, which, not spiritual body, but like if you can't help others in the way that you want to help yourself. So you gotta think about things like that. That part probably didn't make sense, which, well, you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's just my message of today. Faith, I probably blabbed on a lot. I blabbed on a lot whenever, because this is kind of like my diary and like short. I'm trying to keep it short. I like max want the videos to be 15 minutes, which.
Find some lesbians or something.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But that is my cue to go. But
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
love you, episode 2. I love you guys. Stay blessed, stay wonderful, stay positive. May the sun shine so bright wherever you are.
Yeah, Luna, she's really funny.